Well, usually after I get in from the walk outside, take care of Aaron. Make sure the hound had plenty of chicken. Then I sit down and have a cup of coffee and ponder. And that pondering often leads to more pondering. And so I try to take this time at the same time every day, preferably, and I perform. I get in front of this microphone, and I just kind of ponder what I pondered and see if it makes any sense. And sometimes I feel like it does, and I publish a video. Really a good business plan, huh? Well, I wish it were that simple. The question is, I have a project that I'm working on that's not football related. It's a completely different thing. And I like it, but I haven't published any of it because it's still kind of developing. It's called the King's Kitchen, and the character is the apprentice, a pauper, who became the apprentice in the King's Kitchen. And eventually he rises in the ranks of the kitchen order, and he got a promotion to the chef for the king's dog. And that's the premise. And I was pondering whether I want to talk about that dog or these dogs. So trying to think about which dog to talk about. The bulldogs or the dog and the hound in the King's Kitchen. Because that video concept is based on my own experience with my dog, he could audition and win the role as the king's dog, okay? Very, very nice hound, excellent breeding, and very smart. There ain't nothing better than a good dog. And Georgia seems to be a good dog. It does look like this dog can hunt. You remember when that used to be the catchphrase. And then somehow it didn't feel like we were going hunting every Saturday. But these dogs do seem like they're capable of taking on a hunt. And let's hope that that's the case. I didn't want to talk about the events surrounding Michigan. Sharon, I mention it because you probably expect me to. I wish his family well, and I hope all this leads to something good for somebody. And being the holiday season, that's also on the table. We're all getting ready for the holidays. I mean, you don't listen to Georgia football shows quite the same when they're not a game. We got 3 weeks. But the season's not over. And it reminded me of how it used to feel when I was a kid. That, we have a good season, 11-1. 11-1. And we beat the team that beat us. Like there's a little macho going on there. It's good to see that. The passion seems to be returning. I mean, I guess it's always there. But the last time we had that situation, it turned out well. Winning revenge games is good for the team morale. Georgia should feel good about themselves. They shook off the Alabama thing. Winning titles didn't even cure that problem. But it is now taken care of. Sure, they have the advantage in numbers, but he kicked their ass we were hoping for, and we got it. The Georgia fans have nothing to complain about. We'll see how they do in the playoffs. If they win one game, it'll be a good year. It's already a pretty good year. And it could be a great year. It's time to have another one. Don't you agree? Let me know when you think it's the good year to have a great year. I think this year would be a great year to have a great year. And we still have a chance. Unlike Alabama, unlike Georgia Tech, unlike a lot of schools that had great years. Vanderbilt had the greatest year in their history. What do they got? Didn't even make the playoffs. And poor Notre Dame didn't make the playoffs. Their season is over because they said it was. We're not playing anymore. We're done. That's fine. I have no problem with that. I really didn't want to watch Notre Dame play a bowl game any more than they wanted to play it. The playoffs, they still have a stain, as they probably always will. Controversy, 12 teams and still somebody's getting massively screwed. Suing people because they didn't make the playoff. It isn't that big a deal. Like I said, it reminds me when I was a kid. We have a great season. 3 weeks, we go play somebody. A lot of times we wouldn't win it, but we didn't let it ruin the good season. That's where we are right now, enjoying a great season so far.